Hello everyone, welcome back to Dunrovin Ranch in lovely Lola, Montana. I am, as always, your long-suffering ranch manager, Kelli. Thank you for joining me at the corral today. Couple quick things. I just kind of inflamed a tendon. I will live. And I put this on because if a horse bumps me and my knee bends too much, I will let loose with FCC banned language. So that's, I'm saving us all by wearing this. And the horses will be moving around the next few days in unfamiliar places. There's some going to be on some grass, some will be in here, some will be there. Please do not write me and tell me the horses are loose, because I told Ranch Hand Mordesani, if I'm anywhere in Montana, I know the ranch is okay. So just enjoy. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Augie and Mystery. Some of you know them. And to some of you, this will be your first introduction. These are the two handsome young guys that I will be training, or rather will be training me on following Thursdays at 2 o'clock at the corral. We've done some work with both of them in the past, and it's gone really well. And I did a little thing with Augie just now, and he was brilliant. So I'm going to start you with Augie. I'm going to walk and talk at the same time, if I'm able to do that. Those of you at Brookdale, you will recognize right here the Donkey Divas and their bodyguard. They've hired a bodyguard. Hello, ladies. Hello, Crow. For the Crow fans out there, he's in there taking care of his girls. Okay, Mr. Augie. Do you want to come out, or do you want to just hang out inside? He's having lunch, so maybe we'll just talk to him. Hey, bud. Yeah, I'm going to bring him out because I think maybe you can't see him too well. Would you come out and meet the people, please? Augie is his short name, or his barn name. His full name is Aziz Golden Echo. I hear horses running, so let me just take a look. This is why people who live on a ranch never sleep. Because you hear a horse run and you're like, you know, I hope everything's okay. So Augie is the son of Lady Lanza, Suzanne's beautiful Champagne walker, who you've seen around, I'm sure. And Augie is the grandson of the wonderful Annie, Lanza's mother. In the picture, who knows who's in that picture? This is a quiz. First one that knows gets nothing but our appreciation. Let me know who identifies the... Oh, you know what? That's not Bev. Okay, sorry. Those are some kids that came soon after little Augie was born. I mean, look at the little guy. If you notice that his front legs are bent a little bit, that's because he was so large that he couldn't quite fit in Lanza, so he was born with his legs a little crooked, and then he wasn't let out to run right away. Our good vet wanted him to stand, so he wouldn't pull tendons and things by running. Hello, gorgeous. He really is. Oops, I missed. He's very gorgeous. And he knows it. He's almost like a teen idol type. He was bred to be small. We're just going to go say hi to the people, and then I'll bring you back. He was bred to be short. He's going to be... I bet he tops out at 16.1. Thank you. I'm going to say, I was asked what's short and what's tall. I guess it all depends. I always rode horses that were 16.2, and I'll explain what that means. My horse now is 15 hands, which is probably average for most quarter horses. Gosh, that's a really good question. It's hard to know. But he was bred to be, what, 15 hands or 15-1 probably? And he's going to be 4 inches taller than that, which doesn't seem like a lot. But when you get on a horse, it matters a lot. So he already is taller than Crow, or about the same height, a little taller. Oh, good boy, that was brilliant. So this is His Highness Ozzy's Golden Echo. Isn't he cute? Beautiful color. He's shedding out. I know you're going to get bored, so we're going to walk. The shedding season is upon us. And most of you who've been with horses know this is not when you wear the chapstick. He's been in training not that long. We started and then, I know, good. And then, let's take a little walk, casual little walk. And then winter came and he went to the pasture like a big boy. So, more. So, last year when we worked with Brandon, he did quite well. It took a little while because he's extremely passive aggressive, and you know he's like, let's walk, and he does this. And so he's really teaching me a tremendous amount of patience. But you saw I turned him around a little bit. And he's great. He's going to be great. He's incredibly smart, and I'm just guessing that because his non-reaction to things sometimes I think is a thought out. I don't think he's thinking forever to decide what to do. I think it's a well thought out plan to wait me out. I could be paranoid. Suzanne let me imprint Augie when he was born. When you imprint a newborn foal, you rub your hands in their ears, all around their body, in their nose, in their mouth, under their tail, all over, up and down their legs, so that see, he's cool with it. And that's because I did it when he was a day older, so that's important. And then I was also the one that started him with Brandon Carpenter. I'll talk about Brandon in a minute. And so Augie has really given me my run for my money. We started teaching him to lead in earnest when he was 10 months old. He was gelded, I think, at about 10 months old, which is a little, some people think that's a little late. Some people think that's perfect. So anyway, he and I have had our issues. He's a very willful young man, probably due to the fact that he knows he's gorgeous and that he's the son of the grande dame of the ranch. So he would strike at me. He would try to pull away. Now I did that just by wiggling my fingers and like willing him back with my energy, which was neat. Yeah, so we've had our issues. He's teaching me a tremendous amount of patience and horsemanship and how to, what we say, start a horse. To start a horse is to begin their entry into the world of being a domestic horse and then a ridden horse. Brandon Carpenter's awesome. He's nearby. Well, some of you know him from teletraining Mystery in the past and a little bit of Augie. He's a really neat guy. He's very funny. I've just texted him. He had a real tough winter. He has a calving operation, I believe, and he had a tough winter. He's exhausted, but he said May 2nd happens to be his only free day, and so hopefully we'll all be in the round pen, and you'll be watching, and we'll be talking, and we can ask him how his winter went. Ozzy's Golden Neck. Yes, you're seeing a tarp thrown on him because you want to get them used to sounds and smells and things hitting, that running, being slapped against their body. Anything that's going to happen, that's a good start to putting a saddle pad on and saddle on. It's called sacking out. You take a tarp and you put it over their head and over their back and between their legs and da 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 da. I'm being careful. But nothing much disturbs him. And I don't know if he's storing up to act out at me in vengeance. I know I'm a little paranoid about Augie. Hi, baby. But it's fun. It's a fun journey. It's really a fun journey. Brandon probably thinks I'm the world's biggest idiot, but we have a good time. So we've done quite a bit. I think we were going to try bridling, but I never got to that on our own. I bet we start that up pretty quick, putting a bit in his mouth. And I wonder if I have to start by putting my finger in his mouth, which I'm doing, and he just opened his mouth in a lovely fashion. There's a place partway up. The horses have teeth all along here, except this one section, about this long, upper and lower. Those are called the bars of the mouth. That's where the bit rests if you ride in a bit. And that's the safe place to put your finger or thumb in to encourage the horse to take the bit in his mouth. And are you bored? And I just put my finger in there and he just opened his mouth gently. So that bodes well, I guess, for putting the bit in his mouth. He's very mouthy. We stopped the mouthiness. Remember that? Boy, remember that? He was just always on us. And I shouldn't have let him move me like that. He made me back up. I just thought, oh, he's walking forward. But you know what that is? That's, you have to stand. That's being the boss of me, which you let that happen and you're toast. He's a big, strong, smart guy. Come with me. But it should be a lot of fun. And we'll get him all shedded out. He turns 2 in a month, I believe. So he's quite young. But if you look how his eyes, around his eyes and around his muzzle and his legs, he's going to be a gorgeous color. Butte's stealing your hay. What you going to do? Sorry for the squeaking. The horses came back from the pasture kind of spontaneously because of the grass was coming up pretty quick, and new grass is not. No, we're not doing that right now. New. You're gonna have to stand here if you're gonna do that. New grass is high in a complex carbohydrate, a sugar, that I'm going to go with you. Oh, look, we're going to have a training session. Thank you. That was decent. That can really affect them terribly. It's almost like they become instantly diabetic, and it wreaks havoc with their hooves. And they can go lame. It often requires euthanasia if it gets too bad. So we pulled them off that grass. I have Whiskey came back a little thin. It was a tough winter. And so Whiskey's having a little bit of grass. And I think I put someone else in there. Maybe I decided not to. And I sent some of the herd down to the riparian, at least to graze on the way down. The water's coming up pretty good down there. So a couple days in the riparian, they can get all that grass, which is, it's not like a lawn. Oh, issues. And now, this guy, I really love this guy, Mystery. Hi, Errol. So Suzanne got Mystery from Brandon Carpenter. And came here, and Taryn worked with Mystery and Brandon, and then I worked with Mystery and Brandon, and then we were set out on our own, and I took Mystery on a couple of trail rides, one with Suzanne and some friends, and I think I was a second guide on another. Anyway, to get him used to going out. He's a dream. He's a little high-strung and a little nervous. I think that, I don't know if that's his type or if it happened, but he just needs hours and miles. And boy, is he wonderful. I don't know how much I'll do with Brandon with him. I'll probably get on and just show him how we're doing the arena. What we're doing with Mystery now, basically, is not impacting his forward motion. You want a horse to want to go forward. You want them freely and joyfully and their thing to do. You don't want to hold them back and make them nuts because it'll be frustrating. So Mystery's a very, very fast walker. He's a Tennessee walker, but he's also a very fast walker, tons of energy, tons of forward motion, which is great. But sometimes it can seem like he's going to go out of control, but he won't. Sorry, excuse me. So when he starts, he'll walk and you're like, oh man, how is he going to start bucking? Is he going to start running? I mean, am I supposed to do I do anything? And Brandon says, no, he won't do it. So far, Brandon's been right. So all I do on the trail in the arena is the nanosecond before he breaks his stride into a faster gait. And after you ride a while, you can feel that's going to happen before it happens with your body. And the nanosecond before he breaks his stride to the next fastest stride, you check him. And that's a matter of, with this guy, it's like, I don't know, you can't get this close, but it's the tiniest motion with your fingers on the reins, and he goes, oh, okay, I'm going to keep walking. So that's where his training is right now, is don't break, we call it breaking from the walk. Breaking to the next gate past the walk. We don't want to break from the walk. We want to be able, on a loose rein, to have him walk fast forever, which he seems totally capable of doing. And then experiences. Not only rivers and rocks and trees and noise and wind, but bicycles and dogs and all kinds of things happen on the trail that you cannot anticipate. And I'm going to go grab him for you. We always are prepared before we go catch a horse, because he knows. When I was standing out of that gate talking, he knew I was coming in. He knew I had, because he felt the pressure of me there, and that's what they consider pressure. Standing outside that gate, he knew I was coming in, and now I've increased the pressure. If he was scared, he could start running just by this. And it's not being a jerk when a horse does that. It's fear and survival. Hey, buddy. So I've been doing a few things with Mystery. Hey, handsome. I know. I've been doing a few things with him, just with him being in the arena. The other day, this is good. Oh, this is so good. Hi, honey. The other day, I was in the arena with him, and I noticed that he had, isn't this cool? Now, I could do this too. I could relieve the pressure. How awesome is this? I relieved the pressure by moving away, and he took that as a reward. I'm rewarding him by walking away, and he's following me. Isn't that amazing? Hi, you're so cute. So he has something on his back called rain rot, which is just what you get if you've got, like his hair matted down and got wet. It's a fungus. So I'm treating that. And then I practice just standing next to him. And like I'm doing now, just standing. And it's probably boring as heck to watch, but it's so cool. Well, I think it's cool when I figure something out. When something I've been taught finally gels. Let's watch him back up. He's a good boy. He wants to do the right thing so bad. He has very good manners. And by that we mean he's very connected. We're very connected, the two of us, actually. He's very connected to my energy. and what my body is telling him to do. When I backed up, I was putting pressure on him, and he's moved away from the pressure. And I leaned forward, relieving the pressure when he backed up. They teach us a tremendous amount. Right, cutie pie? Here you go. Let's walk this way. We could start running real fast and make James follow us with the camera, but I'll save that for another day. So this is Mystery. He's 8. I think he just turned 8. That's a top view of you. He's so cool. He's so sweet. He's hyper tuned in. I've taken him out on trails. Done quite a bit with him. Done quite a bit with him. James just asked, is there a point when you stop training them? I guess when you're both doing what you want your horse to do. If this is all we needed him to do, then this would be done, right? Hi, this is Elaine. You don't have to come over. This is Elaine. She was one of our apprentices, and now she's our awesome ranch hand. How you doing?
Pretty good.
She's going to get sunburn. Yeah. Anyway, so he's not near what we need him to be because he's going to be a guide horse this season. And then he's going to be a guest horse eventually. I think he's going to be a great guide horse. He's still a little nervous around things, but boy, does he listen to his rider, which is good. And he's great. And I think that some of the horses get shod first week of May, so then we're ready to head out. I'm going to clear trail with Hawk actually on May 4th, everyone, which is we're going to clear the fallen logs from our part day ride up at Elk Meadows where we haul out to. I didn't ask you to do that. Back up. And I should probably take him, actually, now that I think about it. I wanted to take Crow just so I could ride my horse, but I don't know if taking him out for chainsaws is good right now. I mean, I think that was a no. I don't know if you heard that, but I think that was a definite no. I'd like to take my horse. He's good around chainsaws because he went last time. No chainsaws yet? He has a little bit of a nervous tick. If you look at his lower lip, he kind of sticks out. But I think he'll be happy to know that this is all he has to do right now. There's a horsemanship trainer. She writes a lot of articles. Her name is Anna Blake. And she had a real great article. I thought it was a great article on stubbornness. I put it in the ranch discussions. So reading that article, it made a whole lot of sense to me about what we call stubborn in a prey animal is actually figuring things out. And we're the ones in the big hurry. You know, our clock and a horse's clock is a lot different. So Brandon jokes that training a horse is like watching paint dry, and it is. It's a lot slower than paint drying. And it teaches us a whole lot of good stuff. Patience and compassion. Hi, buddy. It's a good thing. I forget who said it, but you can go. Good. You can go eat. You know, training a horse is training us. So, and I've really taken those two things to heart. So if you see me just standing and all with the horse, there's a whole lot going on there. I mean, there's a whole lot going on between just standing next to each other, huh? Something I'm trying to figure out my own horse, and some of you have followed the journey of getting him to go into his stall before he gets fed. And I've also been watching him move the donkeys, making the donkeys walk. And all it is, you can't even tell. He does his head this much. And really slow. And then they stand, and then the donkeys walk away. And then Crow walks away, and I'm thinking, God, let's move this. Let's get going here. I've got stuff to do. But I've been really paying close attention this winter on what horse time is. And I don't know, my mind is kind of blown at the differences between what right now is to a person and what right now is to a horse. So I'm learning a whole lot, and what I hope happens is that you all learn a lot too. And I know that Brookdale is watching, and I know from my incredibly fun visit there that a lot of you grew up with horses. So I would actually really appreciate input and feedback. I'm 59. I started riding at 6-ish, really, and rode, high-end, English barns, and I didn't learn any of this. So I'm wondering, those of you who grew up on ranches, if you had more of a horsemanship kind of background, more of a, Ray and Monty and all those guys. Was it Ray Dormond, is that it? Anyway, so I'm just really grateful to be able to be here and, as part of my job, get an incredible education. So I would like to take you along on that journey if you'd like. You can laugh at me, it's totally fine. and you will, and you should. So those are our two handsome young men at the ranch, Augie and Mystery. We have our Thursday Pony Club now from 4 to 5:30, and 4 little kids, and we will do our best to keep them safe on their horses. God bless these horses, that's all I can say. The kids, it's hard to learn to ride, and these horses know it, and they're very kind. So stay tuned on the cam. Watch us teach the kids. Elaine's going to be my assistant today. She's going to get the arena mucked for us. And I will see you soon. Well, I'll see you every day, pretty much, if you want to watch. I'm here every day. We never close. Don't forget to tip your waitress. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.